Hi, friends. Welcome back, and welcome back to Hydrangea Lane. I already know what you're thinking, okay? I already know what you're thinking. So, let me explain what I'll be doing today before we talk about what's going on in Hydrangea Lane and what will be taking place going forward. So, today I will be digging up and transplanting about four of these large corbels I've had here for about 4 years. They're well established. They've actually been divided already, but I'm going to transplant some of these around the greenhouse in the new bed that I created. So last summer, I went on vacation, and while on vacation, my fairly new neighbor texted my husband and said, "Hey, we are going to limb up the tree." Now, there was a tree right where you see me standing, but on the other side of the fence. Majority of the canopy was on my side, but the trunk was right on the fence line, but on his side. I came back from vacation and the whole tree was gone. The whole tree was gone. Now, if you guys, many of you will remember that in this area, I had majority of my shade loving hydrangeas that cannot take full sun in my area here in zone 7. They needed the extra protection, and I had them there secluded. It was the only true shade in this part of my yard. So I was devastated. I was hurt. I was angry at one point, and I carried feelings for quite some time. Now, let me state, we are now in a much better place and we've moved past that. However, thinking back and looking back at it, I was really in a dark place because I've worked hard in Hydrangea Lane. I've devoted a lot of hours, a lot of time, and let's not talk about money. Many of those hydrangeas are rare hydrangeas, like my abracadabra hydrangea. It's rare. It's very hard to find that hydrangea. Proven winners do not carry that anymore. And when I found it at this nursery about an hour from home years ago, I was like, oh my God. My black stem hydrangeas, those are kind of rare as well. So when I lost those hydrangeas, I was really hurt. So when I came back from vacation and I saw the damage, I was gone for 10 days. It was in the height of summer. I saw all the damage that happened. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Instant rage. Like, I cried. I literally bawled. And if you are not an avid gardener like that, if you don't really devote your time and energy in your garden, many of you will not understand. Some people probably think I overreacted, but my garden is my sanctuary. It is my baby. It literally saved me from postpartum depression when I had my first child. It's been carrying me and saving me throughout the years when life gets tough and hard. This is my safe space. So to see it in that condition, I kind of spiraled a little bit in a dark place and I let go of Hydrangea Lane. So the few hydrangeas that survived, they died as well because I neglected that whole space. I could not fathom going back there. I just let it go. I neglected that whole area, and this is really my first time going back there this season. So that's what happened. Now, why was I really upset? Let's get to that point. When he opened up the line of communication and said, "Hey, we're going to limb up the tree," I felt like he could have came back and said, "Hey, we're just going to take down the tree." He did not have to give any explanation. For one, he doesn't owe me any explanation, or my husband any explanation. It's his property and he can do what he wants on his property. But I just felt like you already opened the line of communication. You could have said something, and then I could have asked Erica or Anthony, asked someone close by to just go by the house, put up a shade cloth, a tent, something to help protect them until I got back from vacation. Yes, he knows that I garden, but I'm sure that he wasn't aware of what I had back there and if they were fragile or not. So that's what happened in Hydrangea Lane. This year, I am going to reclaim my time, reclaim back the space. But for right now, what I'm going to do is just mow the whole entire area, cover it in cardboards to suffocate the weeds, and just mulch, prune my hydrangeas, and leave it at that. Very simple because I have other projects going on. We are also going to be putting in a privacy fence because a good fence make great neighbors. So Hydrangea Lane, I will not touch Hydrangea Lane until about fall, maybe next spring. But for this year, I'm just going to remove all the corbels, put down cardboard as I stated, and mulch really well and keep it very simple and clean. I don't even know why I sound nervous. Just thinking back about it and the emotions and just everything that happened, like I feel a little bit of, I don't want to say anger, but I do feel something, which means I'm not completely over it and it's okay. I'm still working through the motions of it. But as I stated, my neighbor and I, we are in a much better place than we were last year because I avoided him. I tried my best to avoid him because I was feeling some things. But we are in a much better place, I promise you. So here in this area, I transplanted four of the corbels. They are pretty huge, and I could have divided them even some more, but I wanted the instant impact in this space, so I left them as is. Now I'm going to transplant some lamb's ear. I think the color and the texture of the lamb's ear and the color and the texture of the corbels look amazing together and will look even better as the lamb's ear fill in. Plus, it was free. It was free, friends. I'm shopping in my own garden to fill in this new bed. So I think they complement each other really well. So I just dug some up from the middle bed in Tropicana Cottage. Now, this patch of lamb's ear was from clearance and also a patch from the mailbox. I took a small piece last spring and put it here, and it developed into what it is now. It's just a plant that keeps on giving. I love lamb's ear. I love the texture. I love the look of it. It's just beautiful. So I'm just transplanting it from the middle bed to the side of the greenhouse. So I had picked up a few things from Tractor Supply that I was really excited to try. This lupin or lupine, and also some of these gladiolas. I just love the yellow and I just love that berry color, dark. Both colors would look amazing against the dark purple corabels. Just beautiful. Like, look at that yellow, okay? And look at that burgundy pink color. Beautiful. I only picked up one pack of each. I should have went back for more, but I had these for quite some time sitting in my kitchen. So I'm just gonna pop those in ground. Now with the lupins or lupines, none of them were viable. Like every single one was rotted, soft and moldy. None of them, not even one. I had two packaged and had 6 root in each. Not one was viable. So maybe it was my fault because when I bought it from the store, I had them sitting for about a month in their container, in their box, in a dark place. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or maybe they were just bad from day one. So I mixed both of the gladiolas together, pink and the yellow together, and just popped them here in the ground. I think I planted about 5 in each hole and watered in really, really well, and that's that. So the next thing to do is to find another layer that goes behind these corbels to give it, another step up. Whatever I do plant in this area cannot be too tall for the middle window because the middle window does swing out. So 10 days later, guys, literally 10 days later, this is what this space is looking like. I put down some mulch. The lamb's ear perked up. The plants are slowly getting established in this space. And we've had some high 80-degree days after I transplanted these. So a few of them went into shock, by the way we started to paint, but this is not what this video is about. We will talk about that in another video. And the wall is rendered. Did you guys notice that? Yeah, slowly making progress. Okay. All right, so everything looks beautiful. Everything is slowly, you know, coming into its own and slowly taking shape. And we do have some burn spots, as I said. You know, we did have some high 80-degree days after I transplanted these, but I've been keeping them well watered every single day just so they don't dry out and they don't go into shock. But we do have some new babies pushing up. We do have some new leaves pushing up, guys, and I'm just really excited. The lamb's ear is taking life. Come on now. And yes, look at this. So now we just need something behind the corbels. You can leave suggestions down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Whatever I do plant cannot be too high where the middle window cannot swing open. The middle window swings out. So that's all we have. That's all I got done so far. You know, slow progress, slow and steady. I'm excited. So that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.